Time to start wrapping her up. With winter approaching fast, you might be wondering, what should I do to prep my lawnmower for winter storage? Here's 7 quick procedures that'll ensure a smooth running machine next spring. And stick around to the very end because there's a bonus tip that almost everyone forgets about. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. Just so we're clear here, these tips are based on my own experience and some shared knowledge from some shop professionals. Tip number 1, run the gas out. Above everything else, this should be your number 1 step. The last thing that you want in the spring when the grass is growing like crazy is to be battling a lawnmower that doesn't start. Gas goes bad in just a few short months. It can gum up your carburetor jets and become a royal pain to clean out on some models. After you're all done with your last mow, put your mower in your driveway and let it run until it dies. It's as simple as that. Run it out of gas. This will get more than 97% of the gas out of your mower. As I approach the last few mows of the season, what I like to do is put just enough gas in the mower to get me through my last couple of mows, and that's it. You can also take this one step further and take the carburetor bowl off to get any last remaining drops of gas completely out. Also, if you noticed your machine was running rough later in the season, now is a great time, since you have many months coming up of no grass cutting to do, to clean the carburetor. I've done many videos on this, and I'll have those videos linked down below in the description. Not a hard thing to do, and you'll be so surprised as to how much better your mower will actually run. Get the gas out now, and your mower will start up easily next season when you go to fill it back up in the spring. Tip number 2, change the oil. All season long, you've been beating on that oil, mow after mow, in high temperatures. Rather than have that dirty oil with all those particulates sitting in your engine for months on end, after you're done running it for your last mow, change the oil right away. Drain it or tip your mower over to get all the oil out. Then fill it right back up to the required level, and be sure to use the correct oil recommended in your owner's manual. This is a simple 5-minute procedure that should be done at least once a season. And if your mower is going to be sitting for an extended period of time, it's best to have some clean oil inside it. This will prevent any future problems and increase its longevity. Oil is cheap, engines are expensive, change your oil. Tip number 3. Check the air filter. Without air, you have no combustion, and that means your engine ain't running right. And if it's been a while since you've changed your air filter out, now's probably a good time to do so. Simply remove your old air filter and replace it with a new one. And here's a little shopping tip. Buy your air filters in bulk. Usually when you buy them in bulk, you can save a lot of money and probably pay just as much as if you were to buy one single one, perhaps at a big box store like Home Depot or Lowe's. Keep them on hand and change them once a season. Now let's say perhaps your air filter isn't that dirty. You could take some compressed air and blow out the filter really quick, and that should buy you some time with that filter. I've done that trick many times. And here's a trick to help this video with the YouTube algorithm, but I need your help. Would you mind hitting that like button down below? Thank you. Tip number 4. Check your spark plug. Even after just one season, a spark plug can get pretty dirty. If yours is pretty cooked, swap it out with a new one. Also, be sure to check the gap on the new one before installing it. I'm actually gonna let you in on a little secret. I actually have not bought a single spark plug in the last decade or so. Why? Because I clean mine. It only takes a few minutes to do, and every time I do it, startups are just that much easier. If you're interested in learning how to clean a spark plug, I'll have that video linked down below in the description. Tip number 5, clean the mower. If you just did your last mow of the season and the grass was wet, and you let that wet grass sit on the mower or up underneath the mower deck all winter long, that becomes a breeding ground for rust and corrosion. Kiss your paint goodbye. I know. At the very least, scrape the underside of your deck and give everything a quick wipe down. If you want your mower to look and cut like it's brand new, take your pressure washer, spray the entire mower and underneath the deck to get everything off of it. Your mower will mulch much better, drive better, and the thought of corrosion won't even be a thought in your head. Tip number 6, grease your wheels. The end of the season is actually a great time to pop your wheels off, get any grass out that may have gotten caught up inside, and apply some grease to the wheel bolts, bearings, and gears. Even a small application of something like red and tacky grease will go a long way to preventing wear and preserving the overall life of your wheels. Your mower may even roll a little easier too. Now, some may say that grease can actually become a grass magnet on your wheels. That may be true for some models, but in my experience, I have not seen that become a problem before. I would actually err on the side of greasing them to prevent any wear and protect metal components. This way I'm not replacing parts sooner than needed. Tip number 7, sharpen your blade. There is no doubt that spring will definitely be bringing tall, thick, and possibly wet grass. A sharp blade will slice through all of that much better, delivering a cleaner cut, making you and your mower more efficient. Pop your lawnmower blade off, hit it with a grinder wheel, or maybe a file, make sure it's balanced, and pop it back on. If your blade has seen better days, maybe it has a few dents and dings, maybe it's bent, then it's probably time for a new one. Luckily, a new lawnmower blade isn't too expensive, and you can grab one for pretty cheap. Now, as I mentioned earlier, here's a bonus tip for you. When your mower has been fully prepped, it's ready to go for winter, and you're ready to shove it into the corner to forget about it for the next couple of months, do this. Take your starter rope and pull the recoil slowly until you feel a lot of tension on it. just like that. What this does is it brings the piston up to top dead center. This is going to prevent any rust or corrosion from happening inside the cylinder wall. It's just one more smart thing to do to help prolong the life of your equipment. For more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.